If you're someone who has been hoping for people to truly understand you and you don't know how to get over that, this conversation's for you. I gotta share exactly how I overcame this very thing. If you're new here, I read right off my phone. So let's get right into it. So I stayed in situations for years, giving people the benefit of the doubt, explaining myself, hoping that if I broke it down clearly enough, I wanted to make sure that the people that are around me, I understood them. It was important to me, not knowing that it was not reciprocated. What I really found out, not only what they're not, it's not that they weren't reciprocating out of like maliciousness, at least like to tell myself, is that they never care to see who I really was. And there's people in your life that don't necessarily care, and you're gonna find out why that really is. That was the most exhausting and pointless thing that I've ever spent my energy on. I'll go back, I'll clarify, I'll give context all the time. And every single time I walked away from those conversations, I would feel more tired. I would feel tired in my spirit. Someone who just loves feeding into people, you don't realize how much it's draining you until it's too late. You can explain yourself perfectly, clearly, calmly, with all the right words to someone who's already decided who you are. It doesn't matter how good your explanation is. It doesn't matter about the explanation. I spent years trying to update a picture in someone else's mind that was never interested in updating it in the first place. Every time I explain myself to someone who'd already left emotionally, who's checked out, who's already subscribed to the version of you, to the version that makes them comfortable, I was telling myself these very things. I was not allowed to just be misunderstood. That is what you're afraid of. I was afraid of. I need everyone to have the correct version of me. My peace depends on their understanding. That is not communication. I always say I'm an over communicator, and now I do not identify as that. What it really is really begging. And it kept me tied to people who already stopped being curious about who I actually was. So I stopped. And I didn't do it in a dramatic way. Most of the people that I parted with, I was very cordial. I told them I needed to take time. No big announcement. I just stopped. I stopped responding to certain things, especially. I stopped trying to manage what people thought about me. And it was terrifying at first because some parts of me believed if I actually stopped explaining, if I stopped defending myself, then there's going to be a wrong version out me that becomes the truth. What happened was that I finally had that energy back for myself and for the people that are meant to be here, for the goals and aspiration that I'm meant to put that time and energy into. There's just no point of doing that. And there's only one person who actually needs to understand you completely. It's not your family. It's not your old friends. The people from the life you've already outgrown. It's you. And the truth is, people that once couldn't understand you are the ones that can't even understand themselves. They don't know themselves. They are not confident in themselves. And the more I start putting the energy within myself and growing and identifying my worth and beauty and identity, you start realizing how much people have not done that for themselves. Hence why they misunderstood you, because they have no idea how to see themselves clearly. And it was never really about you. It just felt that way. And I'm not going to pretend that walking away didn't hurt. Mourning people who are still alive. But the relief comes after that continues to grow even right now is the quiet, it's the space, it's the energy that you get back. And that is so much more worth more than trying to be understood by everyone. So the next time someone asks you, why are you so sensitive? No, it's simply because you've chosen to stop explaining yourself to someone who's never going to choose to understand you. See you in my next video. Comment down below if you resonate, and let's chat.